Hi Alec, it's Friday. If you haven't watched the last episode of Season 2 of Sherlock, do not watch this video as it contains spoilers. If you have, enjoy. There are two main theories circling around the internet at the moment, and I thought I would explain in detail to you both theories and which one I believe in and which one seems more plausible or more realistic. Right, theory 1, there's a lot of background story to. It states that Molly helped Sherlock get a dead body, make a mask of Sherlock's face to put over the dead body so it looked identical to Sherlock. Where Watson saw him, he looked like Sherlock. Right? So that's the first thing you've got to remember. So there's a dead body on the floor that's supposed to look like Sherlock. That is important, but obviously we saw him jump, so we need to know how he survived the fall. So as you can see here, we've got Watson's view, Sherlock's view, and a bird's eye view of the whole set in which Sherlock faked his own death. As we know, he faked his own death because at the end we see him alive. So, right, what I'm going to start off first is the first theory, which is that he jumped off the building and landed in a truck that drove away, and there was a fake body left on the floor. Right, the fake body, they believe, was created by Molly, who helped him make a prosthetic mask to put over Sherlock's face, making the fake body. Right. What you've got to remember is John's point of view was from here. He could not actually see Sherlock fall. Sherlock fell from down there, hitting the ground, but was obstructed by this building, so Watson could not actually see him hit the floor. Watson then walked round. On his way round, he was hit by a biker who may have been part of the plan, maybe one of the homeless network, who then either knocked him over or perhaps injected him with something to make him dizzy. When he did walk round, because Watson had either been drugged or maybe had concussion, he would not have noticed if Sherlock had the real body or not. Right. So obviously Watson then went and felt his pulse, that he had no pulse because it was actually a dead body from the morgue that Molly must have got from the hospital. So that's a theory. If you look at the shots, you can see there's clearly a truck about there with loads of plastic bags inside, right? Which leaves, as Watson comes around the corner, you can see it pulling away. You can just see Sherlock's head, or the supposed Sherlock, the fake body of Sherlock. And the theory is that he jumped into this truck and then the truck drove off. Molly was in on the plan. There was a team down here, or here, say. The truck came this way. Sherlock's body was about there actually. The truck was here. This drove off. They had a team here ready with Sherlock and Molly, so when he jumped off, landed there, the team helped. Watson came down, the biker came through, injected him, knocked him over. This came up with apparently Sherlock inside, fake body there, and I mean, well, there you go, fake blood. They wheeled him into the hospital. If you look at the clips, they will not let Watson get too close to Sherlock. He checks his pulse, there is no pulse because he's dead. Therefore, Sherlock escapes, everyone thinks he's dead, he saved all his friends, and yeah, that's it basically. That's theory 1, right? The loopholes in theory 1, I found these myself. Exactly 1 hour, 21 minutes and 22 seconds into this episode, you see Sherlock clearly hit the ground. Though Watson doesn't see it, from a TV perspective, that sort of disregards this whole theory because you see it fall. So that's like the main loophole with this theory. And the second one is the truck is about here. I mean, this isn't to scale, but the building is quite far away from the truck. He fell, he didn't jump. So to try and make that with falling and to fly over, it's actually quite difficult. So that is another one where what makes this theory kind of invalid. Don't get me wrong, it's a very clever theory, but I don't think it's right. And I will show you the one now that I believe is correct. Right, the second theory is that it's either a mattress or some kind of supported soft platform here, where he jumps from. He lands on that. There's a truck in the way. Perhaps that's where the mattress or whatever device, springy platform he lands on, was in the truck. That gets pulled out before he jumps. Don't forget, Moriarty's already dead, so he doesn't see it. And Sherlock does ask for private time, so he walks away, perhaps preparing everyone to get ready for what he's about to do. Right? So he jumps, lands on this. Obviously he's very hurt. I mean, it doesn't matter if you land on something quite soft, it's still going to be painful. So he's probably maybe got a team to put makeup on him. He's maybe even knocked out at this point, but his face isn't that caved in. So the theory is that he lands on this, rolls off it, then the mattress is put back into the truck drives away, Watson comes round the corner, gets hit by the biker or injected, part of the homeless society, part of his homeless network we think. He walks around, he's concussion or he's been drugged maybe, he's been injected with something. He walks around and obviously he feels Sherlock's pulse, right? The main theory of this is that if you put a rubber ball under your armpit and squeeze, the tighter you squeeze that rubber ball, the less your pulse moves. So if you have a like a squash ball under your arm, and then your pulse stops, well, it doesn't stop obviously, but it slows it down so you can't feel it. So therefore, if Sherlock had done that, Watson would not be able to feel his pulse. Therefore, he could have been dragged into the hospital, because if you think they were dragging Watson away so he couldn't be near the body, they dragged Sherlock into the hospital, where obviously they made sure he was okay, fixed anything wrong with him. So that is sort of theory 2, which I think is more plausible, because he fell, landed on something, and then everything else sort of falls in place really. I'm going to Reading tomorrow to go watch Reading Blackpool. I might take my camera and do some filming, or do it on my phone, and I might upload that for next Friday, but I might upload it before so you can see what I do when I go to football. Alright mate.